Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy DK Bones here. Um, During my 11th um, Bones Are Talking stream. Um, the stream was going to do, I was going to do a little bit about 9/11 and remember 24 years ago what happened to this country and um, how our country was attacked by terrorists. Um, the conspiracies all around that whole thing. But 24 years ago, um, 2,000 plus people lost their lives in New York and Pennsylvania and DC, and we'll never forget those souls that were lost on that day. But also, so yeah, I was going to do a stream starting with that, and then going into a little bit lighthearted stuff. But the events of yesterday, I thought it was fitting because I had created this for just before 9/11. But this quote by Emmett Burke: "All that is needed for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing." And I think that quote is fitting to how the man Charlie Kirk was. He fought the good fight. He went and spoke up for what he believed in. If you believe in anything he said, he did it the right way. He was never confrontational. He never was violent. He never showed violence towards others. And right now, we need good men to step up and do the right thing, and have the calling to call evil for what it is, and for a despicable act of what happened to him wasn't right. Yeah, I don't really have much other words than that, but yeah, this quote was meant for 9/11 and remembering all those souls, but also remembering a lot of people that died in the past years of uncalled for evil acts, and we should call evil for what it is, and we shouldn't celebrate people doing evil things. So moving along, I hate to say it that way, but I guess the FBI has a photo of the shooter, or a person of interest. This individual. Let's see if I can blow it up. I don't know. I haven't read why he's a person of interest, but the FBI is asking for help identifying this individual. So, yeah, that's where we're at right now with the Charlie Kirk situation. And then you have other individuals like this. This stream's going to be not that long. My head's in a cloud right now. This lady, I don't know if she's been fired yet, but assistant dean of students of, I think it's Mississippi. Middle Tennessee State University. Our quotes: "Looks like old Charlie spoke his faith in existence. Hate begins hate, zero sympathy." It's just not the time to do stuff like this, man. No matter if you like the person or not. We have some evil people out here that they're showing their colors, man, and they didn't even call it out. There's been individuals that have been getting fired, but yeah. So yeah, thoughts and prayers to Charlie Kirk's family, this nation. We need healing, and yeah, I'm not gonna harp too much on to it. All right. Oh, I guess one more thing. Speaking of individuals that spewing hate, I did a video on this. This lady, DC, she got her issue canceled. Gretchen Felker Martin's Red Hood after one issue following Charlie Kirk comments. Yeah, they canceled her series after just one issue. This is what happens when you speak hate. Again, I'm not big on cancel culture, but spewing hate towards violence towards someone, especially somebody died, there's no place for that. The first issue was released on Wednesday. DC has now pulled the plug on all future installments. And there was a time where people didn't really talk politics. Now, you go anywhere, have friends or whatever. Oh, what are your political beliefs, or what are your religious beliefs? And everything used to be private. Or even if you knew what the person's political or religious beliefs, it didn't bother you because you got along no matter what. You put things aside, or you had discussions. You had real discussions, and you didn't call people names. But yeah, no place in the world or workplace for that stuff. All right, let's get into some more lighthearted stuff. Some more, I guess I didn't even know this was coming out. Movie trailer with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon team up on Netflix. It's called, I guess this movie's called Rip. I didn't know this movie was coming out. A new crime drama starring Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. The time these two to get together, they have decent movies. I guess it's supposed to come out on January 6th. I don't think it's coming out in the theaters. Yeah, I think it's just Netflix only. The film directed by Joe Carnahan follows a team of Miami cops who undercover millions in cash inside of a Delaric stash house. So let's see. There's a teaser for this. See if we can play it.
So, there's been some developments. We have a few more questions.
Last time we spoke, you described the job as follows. Your unit works the dope game. Drugs, guns.
Knock, knock, Miami PD.
How you doing this evening?
5 cops, just magic.
That's really cool. They got a little, I think it's a beagle or whatever. That's pretty funny.
They appeared on my doorstep. I've been better.
You mind if we come inside?
But the majority of your work consisted of cash seizures.
I don't have any drugs.
The dog's not trained to detect drugs. The dog's trained to detect money. How much was the tip that came in?
Wow. This is pretty interesting so far.
300 grand. That's a $20 million rip. It'd be so much easier if we just stole this money. I swear to God.
You should just take whatever money you want and walk away before this goes really bad for all of us.
No one needs to die tonight. You have 30 minutes to get out of that house.
Oh, God. So interesting.
What we do right now and who we talk to matters. The longer we stick around here, the dicier this shit's gonna be. Tell me what's fucking going on! Do you think I want to jack this rip?
I don't trust you right now, and that's a fucking problem.
Any ideas?
Who might want this money?
$20 million. Where do you want to start? AWTGG. What does it mean?
Are we the good guys?
I hate the fact that they put all these movies straight to streaming and not in the theaters. It looked like it would be a decent movie. I guess the payout on stream is different, I guess. I don't know all the economical things when it comes to that, but something I probably will tune into. Let me close this out. So January 16th. There's a lot of big names in it. But yeah, looks decent. Again, I don't have a lot for this stream. I would have put more together, but my head was in the clouds. I do find that this article, Paramount Skydance eyes Warner Brothers merger scoop confirmed. And I hope this is true. I hope they buy Warner Brothers out. Skydance does. But I guess there's a lot of legal stuff that has to happen. But I don't know if this is a rumor or not. Another scoop confirmed. Deadline now reports that newly merged Paramount Skydance is exploring a bid to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery, which aligns exactly what an insider said years ago. Zaslav plans to split the company and eventually sell off Warner Brothers. So the Cosmic Book. That's already said that. Paramount Skydance actively evaluating WB acquisition. According to Deadline, Larry Ellison, the billionaire Oracle chairman, and his son, David Ellison, now head of Paramount Global, are actively evaluating the purchase of Warner Brothers. The deal could cover the entire company, not just Warner Brothers Studio, with the report calling a closer look at a potential merger. Wall Street Journal first broke the story, saying the bid would be mostly in cash and backed by the Ellison family. This news caused Warner Brothers stock to spike over 30% in afternoon trading. Deadline adds that Ellison has had his eye on Warner Brothers for a while, and now with Zaslav confirming the split of Warner Brothers and Discovery Global by April 2026, the timing may finally line up. The corporate breakup allows Zaslav to retain Discovery Global while potentially offloading Warner Brothers Studios and its IP, including DC, HBO, and Warner Brothers games. This follows exactly what I reported. The split would set up a bigger acquisition. Ellison Skydance may be the buyer. At the time, I was told hopefully it would be Comcast Universal. Okay. Sources told Deadline the deal could avoid FCC hurdles since Warner Brothers does not own broadcast licensing. But the DOJ antitrust scrutiny is likely, especially with Warner Brothers and Paramount being two legacy studios. CNN's presence in the deal could also complicate political optics, even though Trump has praised the Ellisons in the past, back in January, blah, 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 to now Stargate. Oh, yeah, they had the $500 billion investment. No official comment yet from Warner Brothers or Paramount. If this goes through, it would reshape the entire entertainment landscape and confirm that Zaslav's master plan was about setting up the sale all along. Regarding James Gunn and a new DCU, I previously told whoever brought Warner Bros. DC would probably keep Gunn around. Worth they mentioned it would also said that Zach Clark demanded that Gunn reboot DC with a cheaper talent to make Warner Bros. Look better for its sale. Gunn's Superman also brought in over $614 million at the box office. Warner Bros. Owns the likes of Harry Potter, DC, Superman, Batman. Paramount owns Star Trek, Top Gun, Transformers, etc. So that would be a huge merger if it goes through. I was hoping that Comcast Universal would buy it out too. But yeah, this is interesting. And does that mean they would reboot the whole DCU if Paramount Skydance takes over? This is crazy. How would they do? Well, just a rumor, but I thought this article was interesting. But we'll see. We shall see. What else we got? I want to keep getting the same articles. All right. And then an interesting, I think it's interesting, video. It's our old boy, Charlie Sheen. And this is from Fox News. I guess he had an interview with Jesse Waters. I haven't seen any of this. I'll play as much as I deem all right, but let's go. Oh, muted.
Charlie, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
You said you were born dead.
Yes, I did. Yes, it's not an exaggeration.
You almost died as you were being delivered.
Yeah. Yes. So how does that work then? Because you have to stop living because you're living before you're born, right?
Right.
And then restart.
So you grew up in a very famous family surrounded by very famous people.
Sure.
You played ping pong against OJ
Yes.
and basketball against Michael Jordan.
It's like I could have just stopped there, right?
That's a highlight.
Yeah. Where do you go from there?
Dude looks horrible, man. Years haven't been good to him, man.
Who won?
OJ beat me in ping pong, but as you read in the book, he was playing with his offhand.
Oh.
And then when he saw that he had that he was actually facing someone that was pretty competitive as a 10-year-old, this is 1975,
Yeah.
right? He subtly changed paddles and went to his right hand for those last two shots to seal it. And I mentioned in the book that, and I say, and I'm still talking about his ping pong skills when I say his right hand was really effing lethal.
Okay, that's messed up.
And Jordan, you beat Jordan.
We did beat him fair and square in a 2-on-1.
Okay.
Because you can't cover two people.
And who's you? You and who?
Me and my dad. I'm
You
sorry.
and your
Yeah.
Martin Sheen
Yes.
beat Jordan 2-on-1.
2-on-1. Yeah.
And does he accept defeat?
No, he doesn't, because he did on the day, but that was his sophomore year in the NBA. So I did a couple of Hanes commercials with him much later on, and we were doing a behind-the-scenes interview together. And I mentioned that I asked if he still holds a resentment for Dad and I beating him, back in '86 or '85. And he said, that never happened. He literally said that never happened.
He blacked it out.
He just refuses to. And I said, Michael, the whole thing was filmed. He said, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Never happened.
He can never accept defeat.
Yeah.
So you went on.
But it was
to
cool.
then...
It was cool that he.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You went on to star in Platoon.
I
took
did.
your career to a whole nother level. Johnny Depp was one of your co-stars.
Yes.
Was Johnny Depp a good influence?
I mean, he wasn't a bad influence. He was cool as hell to hang around with and a great drinking buddy. Yeah. Is that a bad influence?
I was thinking because you smoked cigarettes with him.
Oh, that thing. Yeah, yeah,
that thing.
yeah.
And then you didn't really stop for decades.
I didn't stop for 33 years. How about that? Yeah, thanks, Johnny.
Oliver Stone directed you in that movie. Was very impressed with your acting, also impressed with your arm.
Yes, yeah. He knew I was a ball player, and there's a specific scene where I'm in a standoff with an NVA combatant, and he's in a spider hole, and I can't really see him. So my only hope to get to him is to lob a grenade like 40 or 50 feet, but completely just by feel, because he's hidden by a log and some elephant grass, and so I have to just kind of guess where it's going to land.
So you got very famous after Platoon, and you went to go meet what was going to be President Bill Clinton.
It was a press event. He gave me the Razorback shoes, and you've probably seen them. They're like really tacky and red, but he gave them as a joke. And then as we're moving away from the stage, Alan hears him whisper to one of his aides, "Tell me what you can about the brunette." Right? And the brunette was my girlfriend. And so we had a laugh about it, and her name's Dolly, and we told her about it in the bar later on, and she was really flattered, and it was just one of those things. And then later on, the whole thing happens, you know?
Yeah, the whole thing.
That whole thing,
Lewinsky.
yeah.
Yeah, we know
and
about Bill.
It was like, okay, hold on, man. We were ringside.
And then you go on to do Wall Street. Again, Oliver Stone saw you had chops, cast you in Wall Street.
Right.
Iconic 80s movie.
So tell me, Gordon, when does it all end, huh? How many yachts can you water ski behind? How much is enough?
It's not a question of enough, pal. It's a zero-sum game. Somebody wins, somebody loses.
Did you like your performance in Wall Street?
I didn't love it. I didn't love it.
Why?
Because I felt, I think I describe it in the book, imbalanced and rushed. I felt, what did I say? I felt like a stand-in finally getting his big shot on closing night. There's a napkin that I talk about in the book that was literally the contract for Wall Street. I hereby commit to Oliver Stone's next film to take place in New York City. That was about it. Yeah.
You also had another director, Brett Ratner, try to give you some advice.
Yes.
Had you pace yourself for some of the films he did with you?
I thought it was a brilliant approach.
What was the approach?
He knew he couldn't walk in and say, "Hey man, we got to shut it down because the movie's getting away from me. It's getting away from you. The studio's going to shut us down." He was really crafty. And not in a slick way, just in a really smart way. He said, "I'm not asking you to quit, but just if you need, 5 or 6 shots to get the engine humming, start with 2. If you need 3 or 4 lines of blow to kind of get your focus up to speed, maybe start with 1 or maybe 3, So he was just trying to kind of cut it down.
Right.
And it worked. And I embraced it because he was the first guy, especially during, some of that chaos, that didn't walk in and say, it has to be done like this. You need to do this. It's like he gave me, he gave me options. He gave me choices.
Party, but in moderation.
Exactly.
All right. Yeah, Hollywood is crazy. This is a good show. Yeah, Hollywood is crazy, especially back then. Cocaine, as what's said, Rick James said, it's a hell of a drug, and everybody was on it back then. I don't know what they're on now, but yeah. All right, one more topic. Again, I wasn't going to do a long one. I'm going to do my pick'ems for this week. All right, we got tonight's game. The Commanders at the Packers. I'm picking Green Bay. Ravens. Cleveland at the Browns at the Ravens. And Baltimore should win that game. Jacksonville at the Bengals. Jacksonville played Carolina last week. I like how they played. It should be a close game, but going with the Bengals. Giants at the Cowboys. It should be close to Cowboys. I believe they'll pull it out at home. Lions should beat the Bears at home. This game could go either way. They both played terrible last week. I don't know. I want to say Miami, but yeah, I guess I'll go with Miami, but they might get blown out again. San Francisco at the Saints. Saints aren't that really a good team, but San Francisco's banged up. They're my boys. I'm going to go with them. The Bills at the Jets. Bills should beat the Jets at home in New York, but yeah, I'm going with the Bills. Seahawks at Steelers. Steelers should win that game. The Rams at the Titans. Rams should handle them pretty well. Panthers at the Cardinals. Cardinals should beat the Panthers. Yeah. Colts should beat the Broncos at home. This one right here, I can care less for either team, but I think the Chiefs with their crowd in Arrowhead should prevail over the Eagles. The Vikings at home against the Falcons. The Vikings. Buccaneers at the Texans. The Buccaneers, they have a young defense. Texans didn't look that good against the Rams. I'll go with the Bucs. And then the Chargers, I think, will beat the Raiders in Las Vegas. And that's my pick'ems for the week. Again, here's my quote. I'll do better as a society. Again, short stream for me. Like my content, hit the like button, subscribe, hit me up on all my channels, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.